What the devil is going on here? Will somebody tell me? Are you going to answer me, Kristen? Are you going to answer me? Well, all right, I'll tell you something. I will not have this. No matter what the provocation is, I will not have my wife acting this way. A common brawl in a lily pond with her. Like a couple of female mud wrestlers. I won't stand for it. Do you understand?
Bring back memories. It was a golden era in television when shoulder pads and diamonds ruled the world.
A magical time when cat fights in designer dresses were very fashionable.
It all happened on a show called Dynasty.
Or, as the Americans called it,
a dynasty.
Greed, glamour, power.
Your job is to dig where I tell you to dig.
Big bank accounts and even bigger hair. That's how they did it in the 80s. And if you wanted to watch squillionaires wrestling in a money pit, you watched Dynasty. It revolved around rival families, the Carringtons and the Colbys.
You disgust me, you really do.
John Forsyth was Blake Carrington, an oil tycoon, married to his beautiful secretary Crystal, played by Linda Evans. Crystal thought she'd made good, but she hadn't counted on the ex-wife from hell, Alexis Carrington.
I'm talking about a woman who has done everything in her power to alienate my daughter from me, namely you.
Joan Collins made Alexis one of TV's great villains.
I happened to overhear what your dear daughter was saying about her dear mother. I wonder how she'd feel if I ever told her the truth.
Her ongoing battles with Crystal helped turn Dynasty into a hit and gave Linda Evans a chance to make her mark.
When I read the script, I loved it. I mean, I just loved the characters, and I thought, I think this could be so wonderful.
The characters were one thing on Dynasty. What they wore was the other half of the story. Every week, Linda Evans looked like she'd walk straight off a Hollywood red carpet.
It was every woman's dream to just be able to say, I can wear anything in the world that I want. Let's see, what do I want to wear? You know, it was magical.
Linda's first break in TV was slightly less fancy. She was Audra in the 60s Western drama, The Big Valley. Acting alongside Hollywood legend Barbara Stanwyck, Linda quickly learned how to deal with the rough stuff.
Well, firstly, Barbara Stanwyck loved to do stunts. And because she loved to do stunts and was one of the few actresses that loved to do stunts, they would ask me if I would do them with her. So she taught me in the years that we did Big Valley how to do stunts, the burning house, the runaway carriage. We would do all of those things.
15 years later, more stunt work.
Miserable bitch!
This time, slapping it out with Joan Collins in one of TV's most famous catfights.
When it came time in Dynasty to do a fight, I was ready because it's what I knew how to do.
Today, after almost 20 years, arch rivals Crystal and Alexis are back together in a stage play, Legends.
Darling! I thought she was dead. The play is about two legendary actresses who are rivals and who absolutely loathe each other.
I never dreamed we'd be acting together again, if you can call that acting.
I've always enjoyed her work, ever since I was a little girl.
Linda is 64 now, and while she's still seen as one of America's most beautiful women, she's happy the Dynasty glamour days are behind her.
One of the reasons I left Hollywood was after Dynasty, I wanted to have a real life where I could wake up and look bad and we'll go to the market and not everybody's like, oh my God. You know, because we're just all human beings, and this whole thing of beauty and glamour is not anything we want to just have to live with.